Mtu ananyang'anya nyumba yangu iko kwa Bondo hapa. Nitataka serikali tusaidie.
We have an issue which has been disturbing us for a long time. My father had a property within the town which they share with his in-law. My father had a land, then he called his in-law to come help him build. So they came together, build this property in town. So they have been collecting rent from that property for several years. Then ilifika a point when my father now was sick. He had a throat cancer and he wanted money that the hospital transferred us to Tenwek, where we could go and he could get the operation there. Tulikuwa tunataka pesa. So when we went to the property, the tenant there, so that we can get something, so that we can take my father to the hospital, they told us that they don't know us because by then Awala is the one who was taking money from that property. And Awala, the same language he used for me, Awala told my father that this title deed is not somewhere I can get, and he offered us that he will give us money to take my father to the hospital. By January, my father passed. My mother now was here, remaining here to look for this property, because by then I was still in school. I need money so that I was in Form 4. I need money to pay my school fee. My mother started following up this issue of this property, because now my father is normal. My mother is the one who is remaining to look for this property on behalf of my father. So from there is where now we find out that this man, this Awala, don't want to give us this title deed because he had changed this title deed into his name. The case has been in court for something like 1.5 years, and by June this year, on date C26, the judgment was read in court. And the judgment which was read is what that Sabina Kini Maswago, who is my mother, won the case. He filed into the court. Some days later, when we went, 10 days after the judgment was delivered in court, we went to take a degree so that we could serve Awala with the order and the land register with the order to rectify the land, the parcel, the title deed. We found out that there was another judgment on the same day that was delivered by the same court. So it was a surprise when we went there. We found that now there are two judgments. We have a judgment that we won the case, and Joseph Awala also had another ruling, a judgment that he won the case. So we have been in a dilemma that, so which we were asking ourselves, which one of the two judgment is now genuine, because as we have our judgment showing us that we won that case, there is another judgment here also we are having that Awala won the case.